this is what we do. I mean, we've been doing this for 20 years. People who want to fight get fights, and people who don't. And he's the #1 ranked guy in the world. #1 versus the champion. Yeah. And this kid wants to stay busy, you know? These kids that come out and go on runs like Burns is on and want to keep fighting and stay active, they're healthy, and they want to, it's the smartest thing you could do, you know? And it doesn't surprise me that Masvidal, you know, Masvidal is very much like the Diaz brothers, you know? He beats to the, you know, sound of his own drum. When he wants to do something, he does it, and it's not very surprising at all.
So any alternate plans for Masvidal right now, or is it just kind of a wait and see and let him come to you?
Yeah. Listen, I'm putting on fights every weekend for the next 10 years, all right? And if you want to fight, call us. We'll offer you fights, and if you don't want to take them, you don't have to. It's always been that way. Everybody's acting like this is like some new fucking drama that just popped up, and this has never happened before in the history of the sport. This happens all the time. I went through this with Kevin the other day. This isn't new either. There's a lot of new people covering us. There's a lot of new people that don't know a lot about the sport. That's new. This isn't new. This is the same old shit.
Yeah. Last question for me.
And all these fighters that are, you know, they share in the revenue. They do share in the revenue. They have they have the upside in the pay-per-view, you know? And guys that sell pay-per-view make a lot of money.
Conor could have had that replacement fight against Tony.
Oh, yeah, thank you for asking me that question. The bullshit that I have read this week, I started scrolling through. Dana White rips Conor McGregor. Dana White, what? When did I fucking rip Conor McGregor? The media is so full of shit, and the fucking headlines are such fucking bullshit. It's unbelievable. You literally can't believe anything you read. Now, is there anybody in this room that didn't know when I announced, I said, if this could be Tony fight, if somebody falls out, Conor's gonna be the replacement? Who doesn't remember that?
Yeah, 'cause you yelled at me for asking about it.
Right? That was the deal. The deal was I talked to Conor, then Conor came back and said, I'm not a replacement fighter, I'm not gonna do it. Long before the fight ever fell out. But Conor was saying before that fight fell out that it would fall out. He said one of these two are gonna fall out, and then I'll slide in and take the fight. Then when the fight fell out, you know, the coronavirus was going on and all that shit, everything started to shut down. And we were looking at, you know, the casino in California. Never did Conor turn down a last-minute fight. He told us way before that he was out of the fight, and we never even asked him again. So I do one interview where I'm explaining on the radio how this happened, and all these idiots start writing stories that I ripped him, and then I said he wouldn't take the fight and everything else. It's all bullshit. Absolute fucking bullshit. And the only thing that was stupider than the fucking stories they wrote was the headlines that they put on it. It's fucking unbelievable. You literally cannot believe anything you read. And if you fucking went in and searched, the whole top thing was bullshit stories about Conor, me ripping Conor and me fucking saying that Conor turned down a fight.
Well, I think that was the confusion. He didn't turn down the fight in Jacksonville, right? You never asked him?
Exactly. So when Conor, I was telling you guys, Conor McGregor will be the replacement. And you guys were like, well, holy shit, the gate will already be sold. You know, and the gate's 5.5, 6 million. Conor would have done maybe fucking, you know, I said, yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? That it is what it is, but Conor's gonna do it. And apparently, you know, Conor thought about it and said, fuck that, I'm not a replacement fighter. I'm not gonna be looked at as I'm sliding in as a replacement for one of these guys. So he said, I'm not gonna do it. I told you guys Conor was out. I said, Conor's not gonna, you know, won't be the replacement now. And yeah, so we never even asked Conor to fight. So I say this, I think it was on Jim Rome that I said it. I say this thing and fucking like CBS Sports. This isn't like fucking, you know, Bloody Elbow or some shit, you know what I mean? CBS Sports fucking wrote it. Crazy, man. Just fucking unbelievable.
Well, would he even have been able to get into the country even if he did want to fight in Jacksonville because of the pandemic?
Could he get in the country?
Because of the pandemic? Like, if he had accepted a fight in Jacksonville, could he even have gotten in?
I don't know.
I think that was the other confusion.
Yeah, no, but that's true.
Get in.
You know, for a while there, we had that fight coming up in the UK. And when the president has shut things down, he kept it open for the UK, and then eventually that got shut off too. So I don't believe he could have. I'm not saying that that we couldn't have got it done if we had to. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but probably not. That's why we're doing Fight Island. What's up, everybody? It is Fight Week again, and we are live this Saturday night. Show is simulcast on ESPN the Network and ESPN Plus. So it's on both. And 6 o'clock on the East Coast, 3 o'clock on the West Coast for the prelims, and then 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 6 o'clock on the West Coast for the main card. All right, let me get into a couple of fights you might not know about here. Feely versus Jourdain. Feely's 20-7. He's looking for his 10th KO. A two-time Performance of the Night winner. He likes to stand and trade, but coming out of Team Alpha Male, the kid can literally do it all. Jourdain, he's 10-2. All 10 wins come by stoppage. 7 knockouts, 3 submissions. He was the 145-pound and 155-pound Canadian champ before getting the call into the UFC. His nickname is Air because this kid loves the flashy airborne techniques like flying knees. And in his last fight versus Doo Ho Choi, he knocked him out and also claimed Fight of the Night honors. If this stays standing, this fight could be incredible. Another fight you might not know about is Roberson versus Vettori. These are two very good young prospects in the middleweight division. Roberson tends to win the majority of his fights by submission, even though he fought K1 level kickboxing. Marvin Vettori is similar in that most of his finishes are submissions, even though he loves to stand and bang. This is a rebook fight from Florida from back in May, where these guys had to be separated in the hotel lobby in Jacksonville.
Wow, you looking like you can f***ing fight, then f***ing fight, you f***ing out the preparation, go away from you then f***ing fight if you can fight. He's trying to fight me now.
There is bad blood in this fight, and this should be a very fun one. If you don't know, now you know.
$190.5.
BeatsbyNeVs.
Dude, excellent job.
All that mean mugging really don't mean nothing when you can't make weight. You couldn't put your foot in your mouth any more than you ever have than you did today. Learn to be a professional. You'll get the fights that you want and you feel you deserve when you make weight, just like the rest of us.
I don't think I can stand, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Learn to be a professional. You'll get the fights that you want and you feel you deserve when you make weight, just like the rest of us.